Hello, Listen, Angela, and welcome to the Live Daily News Show. I'm James Bellini.
And I'm Tessa Koskovich.
In news, we're going to keep it short today because we have to get through two interviews that are helping out with a worthy cause.
I spoke with Trinity Oak Revival Sam Canty and Ryan Fox with Dexter and the Moonrocks. They'll be playing at Cooper's Barbecue in Cristobal tomorrow for a flood benefit. We'll get into those interviews after this message from Jim Bass.
Find your perfect Nissan at Jim Bass Nissan. With our incredible selection, generous factory rebates, and attractive dealer discounts, you can enjoy affordable monthly payments that fit your budget. Don't miss out on our amazing offers, like the stunning 2025 Nissan Frontier for just $499 per month. You can only find deals this great at Jim Bass Nissan, corner of Houston Hart at Arden Road, or shop 24/7 at jimbassnissan.com.
Hey y'all, it's Tess. I'm here with Sam from Trinity Oak Revival. Sam, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Living the dream, you know. You know how it goes.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Doing what I love. You're playing tomorrow night with Dexter and the Moonrocks at Cooper's for the flood benefit concert.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
inspired you to commit to the Hill Country flood relief benefit out there?
Well, we're a Texas band, and we we take care of our own, man. Everybody here in Texas is big about that. And when we saw everything that was happening with everything in Kerr County and the surrounding areas and the floods and all these young kids who lost their lives, and um, you know, everybody who lost their lives, it really broke our hearts. And I have family who live in Kerrville and who had friends who were some of the parents who lost their children in those floods. So it just really hit close to home, and we wanted to use our platform to do something about it and to do something to help those people out the best we could. So we had originally made our own personal donation, and we had a show, I believe it was in St. Louis, Missouri, and we donated a portion of I think it was all of our merch sales that we made from that show to the relief fund as well. And I think it wound up being over $100,000. So I had talked with Ryan Fox, Dexter and the Moonrocks, his drummer, and we had been wanting to do a show together for a long time. So we decided to try to find a show that we could play in Texas or the West Texas area and raise some more money. So Cooper's reached out to us in Cristobal and set up this awesome show. I believe we'll be donating $250,000 to the relief fund, and if everything goes as planned, possibly more. So we're excited to be going there tomorrow and play the show and have a bunch of fun, and play with our buddies Dexter and the Moonrocks, and of course Parker Ryan, and make some people happy while also raise some money for these folks who need it the most right now.
I think it's so awesome that you guys are doing this. I mean, I was just talking to one of the guys. I've been a fan of y'all since 2018, whenever the band first formed. And, recently, in the past couple of years, you guys blew up, especially with your most recent record. And I just think it's really great that y'all are, you're not from the Hill Country, you're from Odessa. And I mean, I didn't know that you had connections like that with the Hill Country, I can assume, because it's Texas. But I just think it's great that you're not in that particular area, but you're still donating your time and, having a show to benefit the flood victims, being as big as y'all are.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I mean, I think you said it best. It's Texas, and here in Texas, we take care of our own. It don't matter which part of it you're from. We're all in this together as a state, and Texas is part of the main reason we are as big as we are today. We wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for people in all parts of Texas coming out to our shows and listening to us and accepting us into the Texas music scene. So the fact that we have such a large platform and such a huge influence on people in that area, we'd be selfish not to try to return the favor, especially right now when they need it the most.
Right, when
So
one Texan hurts, we all hurt.
exactly.
Um, is there any specific message that you want your fans or the people attending the concert at Cooper's to take away from it?
Um, just have a great time and enjoy yourself. That's what it's meant for. Uh, buy some merch. You know, obviously spend your money at Cooper's and Cristobal, and just we're just trying to raise as much money as we can and have as good of a time as we can. And if you can't make it for some reason to the concert, there's plenty of charities that you can donate to help with this cause, as well as donating to the Kerr County flood relief. So just anything that anybody can do to help these people's situation is much appreciated. And we have some of the best fans in the world, and I have no doubt that Dexter and the Moonrocks and Parker Ryan's fans are the same way. And I expect it to be a good turnout and a great event that's going to do a lot of good.
I've heard that a lot of people I know are going. Have you guys haven't ever played at Cooper's, have you?
No, we have not, unfortunately.
Good
It's
time.
one of those places we always wanted to go to, but we just never were able to get around to it, I guess.
It's gonna get added to your favorite venues list for sure.
I
Cooper's.
think so too. I think this show is probably going to be one of my favorite shows. So I'm
Oh,
looking
I'm sure
forward
it
to it.
will be. Especially, I mean, it'll be on a Wednesday, but I mean, you're from West Texas, you know that doesn't mean anything. We're gonna have fun either way.
Exactly. So
Um,
it'll be cool. I know a lot of my family from West Texas is coming, uh, and a lot of the guys have family that are coming to that show as well. And I know is I think too a lot of some of the proceeds from this event are going to, I think San Angelo is also
yes.
affected by the flood, so we're raising money for that as well through this show.
We were affected by the floods, and it's awesome to see the families here starting to get some relief from it. Are there any upcoming albums or singles or anything you want to talk about, or any upcoming tour dates that you want to get out there?
We're wrapping up right now with the last bit of tour dates for the next few months. Um, hold on, sorry, I'll
You're
wait
okay.
till stuff. Hey, bud, calm down, buddy. We're wrapping up with the last bit of tour dates for the year. We have a new album coming out this year, a new full band record. So that will be out here hopefully in the next couple of months. And you might start seeing something about that coming here pretty soon. And just getting ready for next year, getting ready for the holidays and get back home and spend time with family and get ready to go back out and tour this new record next year and see everybody again.
Well, great. I mean, I'll see you. Me and some of the guys from the station will be out there covering the concert tomorrow, so we'll see you there. Y'all make sure to get out to Cooper's Barbecue, the original Cooper's Barbecue, out in Cristobal, Texas, on Wednesday, August 27th.
The passage of the One Big Beautiful Bill today is a big, beautiful win for Texas families, workers, seniors, and small businesses. This legislation locks in President Trump's historic tax cuts, protecting taxpayers in my district from a devastating 26% tax increase, which would have been the largest in American history. It also delivers $13.5 billion in border reimbursements for states like Texas and makes the most significant investments in border security ever seen. This bill reclaims America's energy independence, lowering energy costs for families, creating high-paying jobs in the Permian Basin, and reversing President Biden's disastrous energy policies. I fought to make sure Texas values were reflected in this package, from much-needed support through strategic investments for farmers and ranchers to ending forced taxpayer funding of abortion to nearly $150 billion in military investments that will directly support the incredible men and women serving at Goodfellow Air Force Base and Fort Hood. The American people are tired of business as usual in Washington. They demanded that we secure the border, eliminate wasteful spending, and make life genuinely affordable for hardworking American families. And this bill does exactly that.
Awesome. Hey, y'all, it's Tessa. I'm here with Fox from Dexter and the Moonrocks. Fox, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me on. This is so exciting. So
I
fun.
know. I'm having a good time already.
Yeah, me and my little PlayStation gaming headset that I have to have on because of my dryer is going in the background and it's far too loud for an interview.
If it works, we're not professionals around here anyway.
Yeah, no, and now it's okay, whatever. I'm done. Anyway.
Having a good time. Well, you're playing tomorrow night at Cooper's with
Hmm.
Pretty Oak for the
Yes.
music concert. Tell us
Yes.
a little bit about how you guys got into the works with that.
Yeah, I think it was something that like we've always admired Treaty Oak so much and been huge fans of them, and we've always, like I think life on the road makes it really hard for two bands to like actually meet up because it's like, oh well, we're playing in Texas these dates, and they're like, well, we're in Canada, and then it's
Right.
and then they're like, we're in Texas these days, and we're like, we're in Boston. So we've been talking with them, and we've been admirers of them and just their work, and kind of friends with them, I guess. Not like on our end, part of us is like they're too cool to be friends with us because,
Right.
whatever.
Never.
You know what I mean? They're way too. Why would they ever know who we are? They're too cool for that. But we did a lot of work with we did like Sad in Carolina is one of our songs. So when the hurricanes hit Carolina last year, we did some work there. And I saw initially when the floods happened, I think they donated like a whole show's worth of revenue towards the floods. And I sent the account to DM from our account. And I was like, yo, this is super sick. Like y'all are awesome for this. And then I was thinking about it, and we were all kind of like, hey, like would you guys want to do something like this? Like would y'all want to make this happen? And they were like, absolutely. And they set up the whole thing, and they were like, hey, we're gonna do something. We want to have you guys on. And we were like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like we're so grateful for that. And I think Cooper's had hit both of us up individually, and was like,
Pretty odd.
hey. They were like, "Hey, we want to do something," and then I was like, "Hey, and they're like, "Cooper's hit us up too," and we were like, "Well, you guys obviously like y'all should do it because we'll raise more money if you guys headline than if we just headlined." So, do that, and we would love to, we'd love to open for you guys, and they were gracious enough to put us on and have us out, and it's actually the first band we've ever opened for. Will be Trio Revival, which is pretty freaking cool. And it's just so cool that I guess we get to, help out the community and those guys are just great. So just couldn't be more happy to be on a lineup.
Right. You're getting major like what do the kids call it? Aura points.
Yeah, 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 I guess, yeah. Uh-huh. What do the kids call it? Oh my Lord.
I actually just interviewed Sam Cantry like not even an hour ago.
Mhm.
He was saying that y'all reached out to them and he was super stoked about it, and it's so awesome that you guys are willing to donate your time like this to help out
Yeah.
a needed cause. And I mean, how do shows like this, like where people are in dire need and millions have to be raised, how does the vibe differ than it just shows you're going to be at?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is you don't want to you, when you're dealing with disasters, right? So many people are in like it happened a month ago. We're now in a rebuilding phase, right? Okay. And you never want to make light of the loss that happened through that, but you also want to be a part of the journey forward. And you don't want to present the show in a light that's reminding people of what they've already suffered through. You want to be able to present that in I'm so sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Um, sorry. You want to be able to put on a show that makes people feel like everything can not necessarily get back to normal because nothing can kind of be back to normal after a disaster like that, but everything might be all right, And I think that's a reason we make music is because we have dealt with certain things and emotions in our lives, and it's like, hey, we want to make songs for people that make them feel like, oh, like I can do this, I can get through life, I can get through hard things. And now we have the ability to not only do that with music, but we can do that with actual monetary funds raised, and we can contribute physically to the rebuilding of like communities that are in our state and in our country. And that's really beautiful that we can kind of do it both ways. And I think that's at least what I'm focused on when putting on the show is how do we put on the best show possible that makes people forget about all of their problems for, 3 hours,
Mhm.
and they can just enjoy and be a human being again and just have fun and, drink and be merry kind of a vibe.
Did you guys think whenever you first started that you were going to be able to get to a point of helping people to this extent?
I think that's what's super crazy is the idea that like hundreds of thousands of dollars could be raised, and it's so crazy. And it all again, it has to go back to just how awesome the Treaty Oak Revival guys are because they're so massive right now. And I think if we had just done this show, it surely would not have raised as much money as it's going to because we don't sell tickets like that.
I don't know.
And no, it would have
Once
been
you could do it again.
it would yeah, but yeah, I think it goes to show like how awesome those guys are and being as big as they are, donating their time,
Mhm.
and then including us in it and welcoming and having it feel like a very Texas oriented show and being about the city and the state and just I think that's super beautiful and I never thought we'd be able to do that. I think it's one thing where like you're always a 15-year-old kid being like, we're going to play stadiums. But then you actually become like 24 and it's your job and it's like, oh, we might play stadiums one day. That's
Right.
terrifying. Like you think about it, but you don't actually realize like the ramifications of what might happen. So,
All the stage fright that comes with it.
yeah.
What got you guys started as a band? Like, what's the story of that?
Yeah, man. I was playing baseball for Abilene Christian University. Um, and the guys were in kind of the Callahan County area. Our bass player was working on the oil rigs. Our guitarist was doing construction, and our lead singer was a fry cook. And they were kind of just being a country band because that's what you were, when you were a musician back, 5 years ago. So it was like, okay, we're gonna be a country band, and we're gonna go play a bunch of bars, and because that's what we think everybody wants to hear. And then we just started. We met online. We met on this thing called Band Mix. It's like Tinder, but for musicians. And we were kind of just like, okay, we're gonna try this thing. We're gonna start playing songs. We're gonna get on TikTok. And I think the first time we practiced with each other was 2021. And they'd already been a band for a while, but they were a country band. They changed their name. They're like, we're gonna try and be this, like, we're gonna maybe be a rock band. And then it turned into this like country grunge
Hmm.
thing. And that was 4 years ago. And now we're just actually 3 years ago. It'll be four in December. But that was, 3 years ago, and it's gone ever since. And we've just been posting on social media like crazy, and we've been lucky enough to hit the right notes.
Right. I was gonna say you guys have come a long way in just 3 years.
hmm Yeah, it's crazy.
Long way. Do you guys have any pre-show rituals or crazy on the road stories?
No, man, we don't like, I think we say a little nice little prayer before every show, but that's about the only pre-show ritual, but we don't really like to go out super much anymore because, you can imagine being slammered in a van hungover trying to drive 5 hours to the next city and then do it all over again. So we never
Myself
really
a window at that point.
yeah, it's not fun. And then you have to be the guy that's like, we gotta pull over, I gotta throw up. And now you've made the whole band late to the next city, and it's not cool, it's not fun.
Right.
But you still want people to have fun. So, we'll shotgun a few beers here and there, but it's not like, oh, let's go on a 12 beer bender and then wake up and
Right.
go to
Dude.
the next city. hmm Yeah.
Um, crap, I literally just had a question in my brain. So,
Tragic. It's okay.
um, and it's the simplest thing ever. Do you want to tell us a little bit about any upcoming records or singles or tour dates or anything?
Yeah, we just released an EP called Happy to Be Here. It's got 6 songs on it, ranging from slow sad boy to stoner country to like full rock music. We're kind of just touring on that. We're making new songs right now, and then we've got I think arguably the coolest 30 days ever coming up where we are opening for Treaty Oak Revival, Cage the Elephant, Whiskey Myers, and the Red Clay Strays in the next 30 days. Which name me a band that has the range to go from like alt rock royalty to like the biggest bands in country.
Yeah,
Doesn't happen.
you've got me.
So
That's so freaking cool.
I'm very excited for it. I get married, which is cool too. That's also happening in the next 30
Ah,
days. But we're doing that. We're on tour. We got a bunch of headlining dates and, just trying to be the next big thing and getting the name out there. So
Apparently it's
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, apparently it's working for you guys. Holy cow, that's
I'm
God.
really excited.
I
I'm
gotta
very
do
excited.
30 days.
Dude, I got a Whiskey Myers tattoo too. So like I'm
Right.
hyped to
Yeah.
it's the 155 where
Right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
heard they tore that place down.
No, it's still up. It's closed though, but it's still the timeout still exists.
Maybe we should open it.
I want to commission the state of Texas to make it a historical landmark.
I think it's not a bad idea.
I want to see if they would. I'm like, you guys, you gotta
Or
make it.
just say no.
I also have a cool little Alice, and she's in chains for Alice in Chains.
That's freaking pimp.
Yeah,
That is so cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
heck yeah, dude. We're gonna be out there tomorrow night at the benefit
sick,
getting footage
awesome.
for you guys. So hopefully we'll
That'll
meet
be so much fun.
y'all get out to Cooper's on Wednesday, August 27th. Go donate your money to the flood victims.
Yes. Yep. 100% of the proceeds are going towards the San Angelo flood. Oh Lord, I totally just butchered the name and I should have known that. But anyway, it's going towards San Angelo flood relief. So
I don't know.
100, yeah,
It's okay.
yeah, we're good. We can cut it.
fine.
We
Yeah,
can fix it in post.
we'll get it. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll be right back with weather at this word from Jay Chandler.
It's hard to believe how reckless some people can be and how hard they fight against real victims. You need a partner who consistently beats the giants and who will never, ever flinch.
Into the weather, that rain is still in the forecast for this coming weekend. Right now, though, it's 92 degrees outside, the high 95, and the low tonight drops down to around 70.
Tomorrow, the high will be 93, and we have a 20% chance of rain in the afternoon, and the low tomorrow night drops down to around 71. On Thursday, there is no rain at the moment. We all know how that can change. The high will be 97, and the low will be 73.
And we'll be right back after this message from our friends at Condos, Diamonds, and Coins.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Connos, Diamonds, and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Connos, Diamonds, and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Connos stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Connos at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
Thank you for watching the Live Daily News Show.
The only locally owned news show in the Concho Valley.
Go like us on Facebook, X, and other social media platforms.
And download the San Angelo Live mobile app.
For the live team here, I'm James Bellini,
And I'm Tessa Koskovich.
and we'll see you tomorrow.